I will probably catch a lot of grief for this video. It seems that lately I've been getting a lot of anti-Ron supporters out there just running off the mouth. They were claiming that Ron Paul's a nutcase. Ron Paul's out of touch with reality. The Alzheimer's is kicking in. He's completely crazy. He ought to be censored. Fox News has got it right. We need to get people like Ron Paul off the presidential trail because he dared to insult our brave men and women of the service. He dared to blame America for what happened at 9/11. He dared to tell Giuliani, I don't apologize and I'm not recanting my words. They were the front runners and he did not dare apologize to the front runners. And he did not simply say he wanted to change the IRS to an outsourcing, but he wanted to eliminate it. That he should apologize, resign his commission, and go back home. Well, I disagree. Ron Paul, for over 20 years, has been the only man in Washington that has made the most sense. I remembered a few years ago when 9/11, Ron Paul was the only one with the guts to stand up and say, I don't support this war. Do you know that the Republican Party firmly supported the Democrat opposition against him? Because the Democrat offered to support the president in time of war. His own part, the Republican Party, had slammed the book on him since 2001. But Ron Paul just keeps slugging away. He's proven himself time and time again to be an excellent leader, a man of firm, solid intelligence. And I'm not saying he's never made mistakes. Man's made a lot of them. But he's learned from his mistakes and he's passed it on. He's learned how to be a better leader. He knows what works. And he knows what doesn't work. He came from a time before so much government regulations has bogged us down. He came from a time when we had 70% of all manufactured goods were made right here instead of made in China. He remembered when a time probably when our currency was backed in gold and silver. Today it's Federal Reserve paper currency. He remembered a time before welfare, the nanny state, the so-called wars on drugs, wars on everything you can think of, and he's seen the failures. He was right in the middle of it when all the politicians were failing. When he's seen the so-called get tough messages meant put more of our brothers and sisters behind bars and turning our newest, fastest growing industry, prison, into reality. He's seen that. He's seen what doesn't work. He preaches on what he believes will. I will support Ron Paul to give him that chance. I will personally beg America. We only have one chance left to go back to the ways we used to be, a free society. To a free society instead of the new prison planet. We don't have somebody like Ron Paul. We pick all these other morons. We all just might as well walk up to the next camp and say, hey, here I am. That's where I'm going to live. Or do we vote for freedom and finally turn this country around? Think about it, America.